Hello everyone, my name is Bottletophornet and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. We are back in the Nether where we left off at the end of last episode, and I have gathered myself a few extra pickaxes. I've still got a little bit of durability left on these, and hopefully they'll keep us alive in the Nether here. But I've picked up a few supplies because I want to start exploring out this direction a little bit to start off this episode. And then once I feel like I've gone and gathered a few goodies, a few things that I might want to keep for bringing back to the overworld, we're going to come back, we're going to try and gather ourselves a bunch of netherite, and then I think it's time to properly get our gear fully up to a position where we can keep it as a permanent set. So that helmet there has perfect enchantments in my opinion. For me anyway, that works perfectly. I just need to put mending on there. But I do need the feather falling 4, and I would like to make sure that I have a nice full set, and then we turn it all into netherite. So, without further ado, I think I have everything that I need. I've grabbed some ender pearls that we got from trading, just in case I get into a bit of a sticky situation, and I need to get myself out of there nice and quick. But other than that, I think we're just going to make our way down and see if we can find anything interesting. Now, before I do anything, I should check. Alright, so about -30 and -0. If I head for the 0, coordinates, I'm likely to find my way back. Just making sure that I know where I am and how to get back if necessary, and then that way I don't have to worry about getting too lost. But here we go. Straight over into the crimson biome. Ooh, and apparently that was the last one that we needed to get a full set of the nether biomes. That's cool. I've just picked up this warped fungus just in case we come across a couple of those hoglins. I really don't want to get yeeted by one of them. In fact, I should put my shield on just in case we get stuck a little bit. Hey bud. There we go. I can hear them. So just making sure that I am protected with a shield and also one of these mushrooms to put down if I so need. But I'm kind of just going to explore before I collect materials. I want to see whether there's any other bastions around, anything worth taking the time to explore and having a look, as well as maybe another fortress, anything like that. So it looks like the Crimson Forest is only a small little section in here. It maybe does continue on over this direction, so we will go up and have a look. Yes, a little bit, but only a little bit. And then this continues down into our massive looking, what is this biome called? A warped forest. Ah, I see. So Crimson Forest, warped forest. Makes sense. All right. Oh! Yes! Okay. We've got ourselves something interesting straight away. I should make sure that I keep myself fully fed, but that's good. That's pretty quick access to a basalt delta if we so desire going in there, but also we've got ourselves a secondary fortress. And this one's cool looking. I like it. Ooh, hi. We will be very careful of this guy. In fact, we're going to drop down here and then let him come to us like that. This also sort of doubles as a nice opportunity to potentially get ourselves a couple of wither skeleton skulls if we get lucky. And that's sort of my purpose for exploring a little bit in this episode. This is quite cool. It's really sticking out off the edge, probably into a massive lava lake. Yeah, I like this. And in fact, this lava lake almost looks like a decent spot to build above if we wanted to make a gold farm. We'll see. A ruined portal down there that doesn't look very nice to get into. So we're going to go in and explore, see whether we have the same sort of luck that we had in our first fortress, gathering maybe a couple of diamonds, but hopefully something interesting out of loot chests, if I can hit this guy. Thank you. And then I'd also like to see whether we find a bastion. I feel like we could easily loot another one, get some good stuff out of that as well, maybe even another piece of netherite, or at least some scrap. But yeah, let's have a look-see. Oh, hi. I forgot. Let's see whether they dropped anything. They did. A couple, that's good. Getting ourselves a little supply of that is also smart. I actually have already made myself an ender chest. Oh, nailed it. So, oh, actually, those might be close enough. Interesting. Those two might be close enough to each other to make a double spawner. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, 100% those would be. Okay. Already well and truly worth it. May I have some of that, please? Okay. We are now in... Oh, there we go. Let's, well, avoid old mate here. See whether we can get a skull. Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god. I have the most ridiculous luck. I can't even fake that. I can't... Oh my god. Okay. Let's continue along in here. I love this because it makes such good content. It's like the most ridiculous stuff. Hopefully, with a bit of luck, we get a couple more. We will take all of this, absolutely. Heaps and heaps of saddles after our efforts at the start of the series to try and find one. Even though that was a fun adventure, now we should have plenty if we need them. And there we go. Okay. Now what I'm going to actually do quickly is put that with a skeleton skull in there. We might put these saddles and the armor. Probably even a couple of those potions too, just to keep our inventory a little bit clear. And then that way I don't have to worry about having to sort it out in the middle of the fortress. Okay. Very good. We will now say that... So this is something that I like to do, and I know a lot of people do as well. Putting torches on the left, but when I come up to a crossroad, I like to put it in the middle block of the way that I came through the crossroads. So now I can go through here, much the same. I would put it just there. Even though this isn't much of a crossroads to try and find your way back through, it does help as you're making your way through these mazes. Oh, that's a lot of different people that I do not want to hit with an arrow. How can I deal with this? We'll bring this guy back around the corner, I think. Like so. Oh, not quite the luck of getting a second one, but that would have been ridiculous if I did. I might actually... You guys are blocking that blaze off perfectly. Thank you. Alright, let's risk it. Okay, perfect. Take that saddle, and you, sir, can chase me down, please. Oh my god. Okay. Mobs. With the skeletons. I have killed 13. Okay. Guys, yeah. Is this what they call streamer luck? Content creator luck? That is absolutely ridiculous. I've never had luck like that in gathering myself with the skeleton skulls. 13 for 2. Whew, okay. Interesting. Let's see whether we can get a third to start off this episode. Like, I know I have looting 3 on my sword, but even so, that's still ridiculous. It should not be that kind of drop rate, ever. This place actually has some really good spots for setting up some sort of farm if we so desired. A lot of nice crossroads and open areas that we have a bit of space to work with if we wanted to. I am going to take care of that guy. And it looks like the person I was chasing up here with the skeleton has disappeared. Okay. I'm kind of thinking what I will do is actually try and take on a couple more wither skeletons and see whether or not I can get that third skull. If we were ready to have a beacon basically straight away, or at least fight the wither, that's going to put us well ahead. And it's going to mean that mining resources and everything along those lines is going to be a lot easier for me. Interesting. All right, let's head back into here. Hopefully we get some decent spawns inside of the fortress itself. And I also want to go back down this way and have a look along in this corridor. It actually goes quite deep. Still nothing special like our first one, but God, look at the amount of saddles. Be careful coming around corners. There we go. There's at least one diamond. And I'm actually going to put away all of these saddles that I've grabbed, as well as the horse armor, like so, and give us one more skeleton, please. Nothing standing out initially, so back down we go. We might even go over to our original one and see whether we have any luck there, collecting a skull, and then try and decide a spot where we want to dig down and start working for... Ooh, hello friends. Start working for some... God, there's heaps. Okay, let's come across here like this. Hopefully into the walkway. Let me out. I want... There we go, over this way. And let's take on a few of these guys. Oh, may have lost a potential skull just there, but that's okay. No, nothing from that. Yeah, that guy's definitely gone. And it looks like these ones that were over here have despawned as well. I am somehow matrixing all of these shots right now. So that crossroads right there is actually really decent. It's pretty far away from a lot of stuff as far as like spawn proofing goes. And although it's not the ideal situation, not the ideal place, if down the line we did want to put in the effort to make ourselves a wither skeleton farm, it's not bad. Maybe our luck's run dry. Alright, I'm going to do one last cycle through the inside and out again out the top, and if we don't get one, we'll head back to our nether hub. Nah, no luck. Ah well, such is life. Let's head back to our nether hub and get ourselves started on a little bit of netherite mining. Ancient debris, I always call it netherite. Ooh, one last huzzah. What is that? 19. I got 3 wither skeleton skulls from 19. That is the most ridiculous luck I think I may have had in any part of my Minecraft series. How about you? Why not one more, huh? Why not? No luck. Oh well. Maybe you? This way? I kind of just want to get another one. Kind of. Ah well, I'm already pushing it. Alright, as I said, for the 3rd time, let's go back to the nether hub. And having come back a slightly different way, there it is. I like the idea of maybe bringing the brick, the blackstone brick, down a bit and having a really nice looking place in the middle of all of this. But let's drop down here and do the thing, make our way back across there, and probably put away our spoils in the ender chest. 3 with the skeleton skulls in like 15 minutes, if that. Oh dear. Alright. There we go. This is why I need feather falling. I keep throwing myself around too much. Okay. So, with that, what I'll do is I'll come over here and put 3 wither skeleton skulls in there. And we might just, for one, yeet away a couple of these because we don't need the swords. But I will stack a couple of these things in here just to keep them safe. And then what I'm going to do is, oh, there we go, is probably, rather than going this direction here is going to be where we go to our main nether fortress, I think, even though that one over there may be a better one, just because if we want the nether fortress, it's probably going to be for blaze rods and wither skeletons, and that one over there seemed to be a far more ideal one. So what we might do instead is, I know that over that direction and the direction that the bastion was in is mostly just nether wastes. We're kind of on the edge of this forest here, and I'm thinking that I want to mine down in the nether wastes just so that we avoid any basalt deltas or anything like that that's going to cause us difficulty when trying to mine, like over there, for example. So if I'm going to be mining, it's probably going to be down this direction. So with that, maybe what we will do is set up just here. This is obviously the central point where the portal is, but we might want a bit of a base of operations that we can dig into the side of this hill here so that we can truly lock ourselves in, keep ourselves away from any endermen and whatnot. We can probably use half slabs to make the floor so that they can't spawn in there. And from there, we can have a mine going down into the lower areas of the nether. I'm just going to grab all of this quartz, like so, clean that room up. And, oh, I've got them on me, perfect. I'm just going to store a couple of chests just here, like this. And that way I can get rid of all of this, because we are going to fill up very quickly with all this junk. So if I do that, and then that, and what I might even do is, since we can take our ender chest with us, I'm going to store these saddles away in there, and all of the armor as well, like that. And then that way we have a bit of extra room if we don't want to come up just yet to deposit bits and pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up our F3 menu, and we can see that we're at Y level 78. So I have a fair way down to dig. I'm going to take one of these fire resistance potions just so that I'm safe as I dig down. And we're going to pick about the middle of this room. Now, we can always fix it later so that it is the exact middle, but I'm going to start digging down a nice long staircase and try and keep it 3 high so that when I'm, or even 4 high, so that when I'm jumping back up, it's not going to affect me too much with how fast I can get back up. And we're going to go down to about Y level 15. I usually like to go at about 15, if not maybe slightly lower, to a 12 or so, 12 or 13, if I'm mining with, for example, TNT. But for this one, we're just going to do some manual mining for the start, just to get our first few pieces and hopefully get ourselves started. So before any of you comment in the comment section about you should use beds and all that, I know all the tricks. I just prefer to do it this way unless I have TNT. Okay, this is interesting. We're actually going directly out over that lava lake. So perhaps our best bet is actually to go a different direction. I still want to avoid getting into that basalt delta, but if I can stay underneath the opposite side where I have the warped forest, then perhaps I'll still get a decent area to mine out from underneath, and I'll also still avoid those horrible basalt and blackstone areas that are really hard to dig through. So I filled that in completely. We're going to go down here instead. Maybe I should have had a better look at where it was before doing all of that. Oh dear. The nether. Always fun. Back up we go. Okay. Well, if that's the case, let's try and find a much more suitable spot before we start digging down. It looks like I might have just assumed that this whole area here was solid, but apparently underneath all of that is a giant lava lake. So I didn't really consider how high we were, and as such, all of this under here goes through. So maybe our best bet is to get down to an area like that over there. That way I know that I'm close to the lava level, and that can be our first mine. And maybe down the line, we could we could actually make a proper one that goes underneath the lava. Once we have ourselves geared up and can handle going into lava and building for a little bit, that could be a really good way. Ooh, if I'd gone this way early on, I might have actually noticed that even quicker than before. But it doesn't matter. We're going to head over here and try and make our way down a little bit closer to the lava. Something like this. Now, I don't really mind if we go underneath the Soul Sand Valley either. Both the Soul Sand Valley and these sort of nether wastes are a little bit nicer for me, just because I don't have to worry about, once again, the basalt and the blackstone. I hate it when you're down low mining and you come across something like that and it just slows you down something fierce. So, we are now at Y level 34. You're kidding me. No, we can make it past that. That's fine, right? Right? Okay. Come on now. I think I used up all of my luck with those with the skeleton skulls. Righto. Let's let that fall. Yep. I used up all of my luck. Every last bit of it. Alright, let's... God. I guess what's going to happen is I'm going to have to come back to you guys once I've finally found a place where I can get under the lava. Alright, let's hope that the bastion that we raided is a shining beacon of somewhere to go. A place to work. I'm going to open this up a little bit more and finally, hopefully finally, get down to the right level. Oh dear. There's only lava. There's only lava everywhere I go. Down there even. I thought, oh, I'll just go the other direction. But I have a plan. Well, I mean, I could go this way, but there's probably lava down there too. There is only lava. So, new plan. Genius plan that only I could think of. That's not true. We're going to take a strider. We're going to grab a strider. We're going to go find a spot on a strider where we can see that there is no lava underneath. We will be on the lava, and hopefully that will let us get there. So I'm actually going to drink this potion, and with a bit of luck, I heard a strider around here somewhere. There you are. Come here, friend. Please come here. Now, I should have probably made one of those things. This is great. Strider friend, move. I should title this episode How to Simultaneously Succeed at Minecraft and Also Fail Terribly. Where did I come out? Alright, we'll make ourselves a little dock here that we can bring that strider over to, hopefully, if we can keep track of him. So if I just go back up top, grab myself the stuff that I need, and I think I might have traded string with the piglins, so that should mean that I can make myself one of those fishing rods. Wonderful. So I should be able to grab this, go over here, make a fishing rod, and then a warped fungus on a stick. We might actually make two just in case. There we go. And now, now we can do what I'm hoping to do. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he's waiting for us. Victory. Absolute victory. Okay. So, let's head out on this giant, apparently giant lava lake, right as my fire protection potion ran out. And what we're going to do is try and find a nice shore. Now, I think... interesting. We'll go this direction. Ooh, got ourselves an achievement as well. And I'll check over this way to see whether the landscape over here looks connected. Maybe? Surely this here. Surely this spot is enough. Now, what I'm going to do is actually build a little pen if I can. So somewhere where I can keep this guy safe. He's not going to wander away. So, like this. We can put him in the lava so he's nice and warm. Remove a little bit of that. And up we go. Okay. Ow. Okay. That was a mistake. I accidentally pressed shift, but we're safe and sound. And with a bit of luck, 5th time's a charm. I'm not even going to bother mining out as many as I was before, just because I've been burned too many times. No pun intended. Let's see if this will go all the way down. Okay. Absolutely did. Wonderful. Finally. So we're going to come back up to about Y level 14. We'll go Y level 15. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press F3 and G. And we're actually exactly on the edge of a chunk border. I'm going to try a little thing that I've had some success with in the past. If you're mining manually, I've found that mining along the edge of a chunk border on both sides and creating these tunnels like so, although I probably need to go back and get myself my shovel because that is going to be annoying, especially if I have to clear out massive chunks of it like this. Okay, so mining along the chunk borders and making basically a massive grid. So you mine across like this, blocking off any lava that comes in the way like that. That's why I like to keep it in my offhand until we find ancient debris. Something a little bit like that. Beautiful. That's 2 already. And then when I hit this junction point between the 4 chunks, I like to vary over to this side like so, and basically do big squares. Although, did we just happen to find a basalt delta? There's no way. No, it's just a natural little one in a nether waste. That's okay. So you do that, and then we would come back across this side here. And it's not going to give you a massive chance of getting it, but I have found that a lot of times they will spawn on the edge of a chunk border. So if you continue around the chunk borders on all sides, you sort of get a decent chance running into lava, but also finding yourself ancient debris. So if we pop back this way, we should appear there again. And I'm going to do this for a while. I have these spare. I might go back up, see if I can find my way back to base and make an easy path over here so that I remember where it is. Grab my shovel, get rid of a few things and get myself prepared. And then I'm going to time-lapse a heck of a lot of mining. We're going to go through probably 1, 2, maybe even 3 of these pickaxes until they're nearly broken and see how many pieces of ancient debris we can find. So I hope you guys enjoy this short time-lapse. We'll come back and see how much I managed to find, and then we can go and upgrade all of our gear. Finally. God, that was a effort trying to get down here, but we're here, and let's go. And welcome back, everyone. So, after about an hour, or it was actually just slightly under an hour, I've essentially run out of durability. I don't want to risk going too much more with this silk touch, because in case we have to use it to get back up top somewhere. But I have dug a massive grid out, as you would have seen in that time lapse, and it really wasn't that difficult to do. I ran into lava a couple of times, but other than that, it was pretty quick. It was easy to just sit and watch a live stream while I grinded out the materials. And after just under an hour, we got exactly half a stack. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's not too bad. That should be what? 8. 8 pieces of netherite once we smelt it all up. And we also have the extra piece at home, so that's a full 9. Plus, I'm pretty sure we have 3 extra. So it would be lovely to find one more, but I'm just worried. I'm worried that I'll break my pickaxe. Let's just see. Let's do it a couple more times. And cross your fingers. If I could get one more. Okay. What is this episode? Okay. We have used up literally all of our luck for an entire year right now. I am going to put that away. I'm going to grab my ender chest and we're going to get out of here. I'm not going to push this any further. I've had way too much good luck this episode with the wither skeleton skulls and now stuff like that. Good lord. We're going to head home and make the most of it. So, I'm going to break this out and we're going to go. Let's get out of here, buddy. Nice. Not a bad little effort, that, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. So we'll just come around the corner here to our little area. We might try and turn this into another pen just to make sure we don't lose this guy that has the saddle on him. So if I just get this sort of built up like this. There we go. I don't think he can get out of there. Oh, yep. Let me on there. Okay, perfect. He should be safe and sound in there. I'm just going to do another layer just in case. Like that. And we're going to pop back up. Oh, it feels good. Finally. It took me almost as long to find a place to just go down and mine properly as it did to mine, which is ridiculous. But I'm happy. We've got a good spot now. We could go back there if we wanted to, or we could always just start again from somewhere else. I'm going to come across here and just make sure, yeah, I'm going to put all of that probably in my end chest. Get rid of these things here. And there we go. And we may as well take, actually no, we'll leave the blackstone because we're most likely to use it in here anyway. Cool. Anything else I want from here? Maybe the leather. We can come back another time. Let's go back to base and get ourselves prepared to make some netherite. Nice. I should take that out of my hand. We're going to head back over as the sun rises. Yeah, start of the day. Perfect. There's home base in the distance. Still pretty much untouched since we worked on it, but I'm definitely going to get to work on the blacksmith and stuff soon, and just in general adding detail, maybe even in a live stream. We'll see what happens. But I am enjoying getting a couple of other things sorted. Stuff like upgrading my equipment is really handy to do so that I have it available, and some good stuff to continue to build with. Alright, so what we're going to do is pop in here and we're just going to grab our ender chest. In fact, we may as well put the ender chest, or an ender chest, down in there, and I'm going to cook all of this up, and hopefully we've got enough gold. We're going to have to cook some gold too, unfortunate. But if I go into here, there we go. I've got one more piece of the ancient debris. That means we'll get 34, which will be 36, which will be 9, and then we'll have 10. 10 pieces of netherite. Very nice. So, I'm going to let that cook. I'm going to cook up my gold as well, and then I think what we'll do is head on over to our skeleton spawner, and we might do some grinding. We've got a couple of levels already that we could do some enchanting, but I'm going to make sure that I get everything sorted to make myself a good set of armor. So that might include maybe in between while this is all cooking, I'll go over and trade for some emeralds, get myself all prepared, and I'll meet you guys down in our enchanting area. All right. So, now I have myself 36 pieces of netherite scrap and the ingots required, or the gold ingots required to turn it into netherite. So we're going to do that right now. Perfect. Oh, in fact, I kind of want to do this. Oh yeah, look at that. You love to see it. So we've got that prepared. I've got myself a bunch of mending books as well. A little bit of extra lapis in case we needed it with all this enchanting we're going to do. And I'm basically going to grab all of this stuff and make sure we get a chance at, I suppose, getting a perfect version of these. Now, I actually already have a good pair of pants. I think I'm just going to leave those as is and just add mending to it. Now I have to decide what I want to do. So the pants will be normal protection. The diamond helmet is also normal protection. And then I have blast protection on the boots. I'm kind of interested in getting feather falling and keeping the blast protection, and then maybe taking this and having one projectile protection as well. That's going to help when we go out into the end and take on shulkers. It's going to protect us a little bit from that. And blast protection on the boots is probably going to be handy just in case a creeper comes and blows us up. So, may as well heal up this pickaxe while I'm here. A little bit anyway. But what we're going to do is, I don't need those on me, is grab that netherite block. I'm going to turn it back into normal netherite. And I don't have any wood on me. Yes, perfect. We can do that. And then I can make myself a smithing table. So now with a smithing table here and a anvil just there, we've got ourselves everything that we need to combine these things in here. So let's start off by seeing, well actually no, let me think. I've got my pants. If I take this piece of armor, I also have my chest piece. So all I want is mending on both of those. I personally don't like thorns, so I'm just going to put mending on both of those. That is also already decked out how I want it, so mending on that. All I'm really after is just some boots. So we're going to cycle through until we get the enchantment of Feather Falling 4 on our boots, and then from there we can probably combine that to get ourselves sharpness 5, and maybe we just do a couple of extra enchantments and then turn it all into netherite. Interesting. I really thought that I was going to have to do a lot more than that. So, no, we don't want fire protection. We're going to cycle through. Ooh, do I have sweeping edge? We're just going to cycle through using books and see what we come up with. Feather Falling 3, that's not bad, but again, not ideal. What about now? No. In fact, we don't even have to use the books, but it is nice to check for stuff like that. Getting Depth Strider, but we already have that, so we'll just go the first enchantment again. Ooh, Efficiency 4 could be interesting for adding on to some pickaxes, but it's not too hard to get ourselves an Efficiency 4 pickaxe anyway. So I'll leave that too. Ooh, okay, perfect. Took a little bit of cycling through, but I did get myself a Feather Falling 4. Now all we have to do is kill all of these guys and get ourselves back up to level 30. Alright, we're almost there. Just a couple more swipes and we should be good. This is my favourite part. Cleared out this whole thing as well. And we almost have an entire barrel of bone blocks. So plenty of that to go around, plenty of bone meal for future projects. And with a bit of luck, one more. Give us a good one. There we go. With those 4, we should get enough to enchant these boots up. And down you pop. Come on. There we go. And there's one more. Nice. And now, pop that in there. We got fire protection, but that's okay. We should be able to make it so that the blast protection takes priority. So what I'm going to do now is go like this, but the opposite way round. There we go. That's perfect. We got blast protection and now Depth Strider and Feather Falling on that. And I'm going to add mending straight away. Now I can take all those off, add mending to the legs, to the chest piece, and to our helmet. And now the fun part, we're going to go feet, legs, chest plate, and helmet. Oh yeah. Not bad. Upgrades, people. It feels good to be back in Netherite. Now we are fully protected. Got decent enchantments on all of them. I'm quite happy with that. That's personally about the kind of protection that I like. 2 standard and then 1 of projectile and blast. I'm not really worried about fire protection too much. Most of the time I'll either have a fire resistance potion or I'm not going to take risks enough to just fall into lava where I get completely stuck. So that's wonderful. Now we have this. We can probably put our main pickaxe to be netherite as well. We might make our sword. And our shovel. Now, if I'd thought to bring down my ender chest, I probably could have accessed my axe as well, but we have 3 pieces left. One of those is going to be for an axe, and then I think we might do 2 more pickaxes because those are the ones that I tend to go through the most, or maybe a pickaxe and a netherite shovel as well. So we could do a Fortune 3 one, which I've got up somewhere. I can't quite remember where. But we could do the Fortune 3 and then perhaps try and get Silk Touch and combine it with, say, this one. Nice. That's great. We're really at a position now where we're looking fantastic. So with that done, I don't really want this in my inventory. I think what we're going to do is go back up, grab ourselves the ender chest and get my axe out, which has already got decent enchantments on it. And once we have netherite on that, we're pretty kitted. I'm really happy with that. We could even go so far as to put mending and unbreaking 3 on a shield if we wanted to and have a permanent shield. Maybe combine it with a nice banner. But in one episode, we've managed to go from some mostly broken diamond armor and a bit of stuff like that to a full netherite kit. And that's good. That makes me happy. So let's pop back in here. I put down the end chest somewhere. I see particles. There we go. We have those 2 pickaxes, which will probably end up turning into spare ones eventually. But the one that I want is this. We could get Silk Touch at some point, but for now, that is plenty. I'm going to take that with me and turn that into netherite as well. Like so. Yeah. So I got 2 spare pieces and we are fully kitted out in netherite. Now, one thing that I would like to do, because I personally don't really enjoy how shiny the netherite is like this. So I'm going to go over to Vanilla Tweaks and I'm going to grab a resource pack that changes the shininess of this armor a little bit, of the enchantments, and then we're going to pop back in and see how much better that looks. So with a little bit of editing magic, we have ourselves a slightly different looking set of armor. So with that, that's a resource pack from Vanilla Tweaks that changes the way that items look both in your inventory and also when you're wearing them. Some people might not like the fact that it's all wavy and the lines go through super fast, but personally, I really like it. I like that it's not just one big glowing item. Feels good. I may see if there's a way to slow down how fast the lines move, but other than that, I like that you can see the color a little bit better. A couple of other things that I downloaded while I was at it was 3D versions of the ladders here, so now they have a bit of depth to them. Directional lines on our hoppers so you can tell what direction they're facing, and a few other bits and pieces that we'll probably see from time to time around different areas. Stuff like when you put down scaffolding, you can see through the middle and things like that. But look at us. Yeah. Oh yeah. All shiny. A lot of people will probably feel a little bit more comfortable seeing my face in netherite again like it was in the last season. So it feels good. We're back to that stage again. All right. Ooh, that is one thing that I'm not a massive fan of, and I'll probably remove from my Vanilla Tweaks. I did get a thing to change particles so they were a little less dramatic for around me, but obviously that affects the fire as well. That's okay. One of the things that I just remembered as I was walking back over here is I got the Vanilla Tweaks that lowers the shield so that it doesn't obstruct as much of my view. So that's another really nice one. And I can probably show you guys what it looks like if I go up top here when I put down scaffolding. If I had some scaffolding in there. I really thought I did. It'll be somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, it was in that chest. Okay. So yes, as you can see, scaffolding now has a clear center so that when you're going up and down, you can actually see what's going on. Just a little bit of a convenience thing. Helps with the content creation, helps you guys see things a little easier. And so yeah, that's what those are for. Now, we're going to put away our netherite in here. And with the lapis, we're going to put the remaining books of mending. We can probably chuck that on. Actually, no, everything has it. So we can save those for when we make some spare tools. That'll be good. The diamond helmet we might enchant later on. But there is one last thing I want to do before we finish up this episode. So I'm going to quickly duck over to the Nether, grab a couple of these Soul Speed books, the 2 Soul Speed 2s. Just before we go back in, I'm going to take on these 2 trident boys and see whether we have some luck with the trident drops. Always worth taking them on when you find them. Ouch. Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. Come into our storage room and use one of these anvils to combine these 2. Realize that we don't have enough levels. Head back over to the skeleton spawner. Get to level 12, combine those 2 books, and then work out how many levels it's going to take to put them onto our boots. 16. Okay. Combine those up, and now we have a perfect set of boots. For me, anyway. Nice. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I think we're going to end it here. It's been a bit of a long one, but we've done a pretty decent job. We got ourselves 3 wither skeleton skulls. We got full netherite gear, complete with tools as well. I'm feeling fancy. I'm looking fancy. And I'm pretty happy with this. Now, it's just a matter of healing up some of these tools. Our armor is fully healed from doing all this as well. And I'm ready to take on just about anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I would like to thank my Patreon supporters, especially my level 3 supporters, Ness, Carl, and Master Shifu. Thank you guys. As well as a couple of new patrons that have come through the week. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series. I hope you guys are looking forward to more. We're nearly at 10k subs, which is incredible to me. And I just want to double down and just tell you guys how much I appreciate the support. I really do. With that, I hope you guys take care of yourself until the next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye, guys. Whoop!